Hey guys, Rob from Skid Steer Genius. What I'm here to show you today is we're now making our own cables. Instead of buying the T-harnesses from Bobcat now, we actually make our own cables that plug directly into their controllers. And this is the 84-inch that I'm going to show you today. What this does is this plugs into the controller, gives you all the extra pins so that you can run the 6 functions from your machine, as well as power a laser receiver system. However, it needs to be the Bobcat BRL2s, unless you work with an outside laser company to circumvent that and go around the other side. So we do provide power on pin K, and we also provide switch power on pin A in this connector. Your machine has to be equipped that way. So if you don't have that, you are going to have to contact us, because we've got different add-on features that we're bringing out for the different machines that will give you those functions. So here's what I'm going to do today, just show you how to install this, get this up and going, and then we'll move on to the next one. Let's talk about some of the different machines. This is an ASV RT120. It only comes with an 8-pin. I've heavily modified this machine and installed my own 14-pin with the additional controls. And so what I've done inside here is I've got a little switch box that adds the extra controls to the machine controls as well, so I can use the 4 buttons on the stick as well as my external 6 controls. So that gives me a total of 9 controls. 8 momentaries and 2 locking, so I'm able to turn the lasers on and off, and it's pin for pin compatible with the old Bobcat standard for the lasers. Let's talk about Cat D. Cat D series uses, and they mix up the pins, so they use pin A, which is normally for switching the laser on and off, the receivers on and off. They use that as a control. So to be able to operate it properly, you wouldn't be able to run lasers as it sits. You would have to pull the pin A out and then move the 2 control pins over, and that's in the instructions on our FAQ for this. But that's the only way you're going to be able to just run it manually. You will still have to add some type of power out to power the lasers as well as to switch them. So you're going to need two additional controls to be able to operate this on a fully equipped Caterpillar. Because the other thing we're finding is Cat D, if you do not order a high flow, you don't get the 2 buttons on the right hand side next to the roller. If you don't get those buttons, you're missing the C and D control pins. That's a big problem as well. So there's lots of inherent problems. So what I'm doing to overcome that is I'm actually making a little jump harness that will plug into the machine, and it will add extra features, and you'll be able to buy a little switch box that mounts on the side here, and it'll just give you those extra features, and it's a lot less expensive than dealing with Caterpillar. Let's talk about Kubota. On the new SVL and SSV machines, if you have the enhanced controls, so they're real fancy looking controls, go to our Kubota video if you want to see what they look like. If you have those, you look over on the right hand side and you'll see on the sticker on the glass, it'll say a pin J. If you have that pin, that means you also have pin K. Pin K fires and operates the controller and will power the lasers in manual mode. Pin J, which you will then have to move A to J in this harness. J in a Kubota is locking, so you'll be able to turn lasers on and off. So if you have that machine, you're fully equipped. If you don't, you're gonna have to contact us. We're working on different systems. Again, a little switch box inside the machine with a little jump harness that you'll put on, and that will give you the additional features. Let's talk about John Deere, Takeuchi, New Holland, and Case. Case has, normally they have 6 controls plus a K-pin, so that'll get you operating this manually. To run a laser externally, you are going to have to wire either an external switch to this or get one of our kits for your cap. Case, New Holland, they're both actually the same. We get into John Deere. John Deere also only gives you 6 controls, but only 4 buttons are on the sticks. So that means you would be able to raise and lower left side, right side, but to angle it, you have to reach up to the cab. On the right hand side, there's a little switch that has 2 arrows on it. I found that that's not always in there. So that may be something you have to add to be able to get it to operate. Also, John Deere has a little tricky feature where they move the ground from B to A. That's a real problem. So I always tell people who buy John Deere, just switch it in the machine and make that machine universal, because all the other pins line up perfectly. So just move that from A to B inside the connector on the side of the machine right in here. Just open it up. There's instructions on the website on how to do it. Go to the John Deere section and it shows you how to move that pin, and then that makes your machine universal, so you're not always stuck with John Deere attachments, which are Paladin, by the way. So just make it universal and you're good to go. The only other problem is, prior to 2020, John Deere did not have a pin K, so you had no way of powering. There was no switched or keyed power all the way through. So you're gonna have to either add that through just a battery with a fuse. You can just run it, and you can buy or you can buy like our little single switch kit, and you can add that through there. So there's a couple different ways of getting that out to the connector, but you got to get a pin K in there somehow. So just so you're aware, this is the harness that's for the 84-inch only. The 96/108 are completely different harness, so just make sure you pay attention to this type of connector, as well as look at it looks completely different. And this plugs directly into the module. The part number is SG-BC-6719-697. So you'll find this on our website under this part number. And again, it's plug and play. It's 14 pin only now, so you can get rid of the 7 pin altogether, or you can just leave it tie wrapped to the side if you need to use it for future, but you will have to plug in and out. And here we go, let's do the install. Okay, so this is actually wiring into the existing connection. So I'm only gonna need to unplug this one out of the main module, and it's wiring into this. So I plug this in, and then I plug this one back into the main module, and I leave the other connections alone. The next one I'm gonna do is I'm splitting into the power. Here's the power, plug into that. Into that. Now we're good to go. Good idea is just to tie wrap this out of the way, then tie wrap it onto the hoses out to your machine, and it's ready. It's 100% plug and play. It's the old Bobcat standard, which most machines follow, but just don't forget that you've got the, if you want to run lasers, you've got some other things that you have to contend with. There you go, another innovative product from Skid Steer.